In regulated environments, it is essential to verify that data used for analysis comes from an expected and approved source, and that it was generated using the correct measurement parameters. MyAssays Desktop supports this by allowing you to configure secured protocols that only accept data originating from defined sources, for example, a specific instrument running a specific measurement method. This source and method information is typically stored in the measurement data file as metadata. Metadata is not the measurement data itself, but additional contextual information about how the assay was run, such as the instrument used, the operator, and the key measurement settings. In this example, I'm using a measurement file generated by a Tecan Spark. Here you can see the metadata we're interested in validating, including the device, user, measurement mode, measurement wavelength, and reference wavelength. For this protocol, we expect all imported data files to match these predefined values. I've configured an automatic workflow using the folder poll tool to perform analysis as soon as a new measurement data file has been detected in my measurement data folder. This measurement data folder is the folder my reader outputs my measurement data files to once reading is complete. Once a new measurement data file is added, MyAssays Desktop will open, import my measurement data, and calculate results. For more information on how to configure an automated workflow using folder poll, please see the below video. For specific information on using folder poll with Tecan Spark readers, please see the associated video. So I'll go ahead and start a new measurement using my Spark reader. Once measurements are complete, MyAssays Desktop opens, imports the data, and calculates our results ready for review. On the metadata sheet, we can see information about our data file, including the metadata information and an additional column reporting pass or fail based on whether or not the imported metadata values match the expected stored values. In this case, we've received a pass designation for all imported metadata, indicating the data file is from the expected source and meets the specified requirements. The results sheet shows our imported data in a sample table. Note that this protocol does not currently perform any additional analysis. This is a simple example meant to demonstrate the metadata validation process. However, you could add any analysis required to this protocol using the full functionality of MyAssays Desktop. Now let's take a look at another dataset. This dataset was created by a different instrument, and therefore the metadata shows a different instrument serial number. So this dataset should not report all passing results for the metadata validation in the MyAssays Desktop protocol. Now I'll open my second Spark reader and start a new measurement. Once our measurements are complete, the new data file appears in our folder and MyAssays Desktop opens, imports the data, and calculates our results ready for review. On our report, we can see the device is highlighted and reports a fail designation as our serial number no longer matches the stored expected information. Now that we've seen how this process works in action, we'll go over how to configure the protocol to perform this metadata validation in the next video in this series. If you have any questions about metadata validation, please email us at support@myassays.com.